Are you looking for the best Escort radar detectors? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best Escort radar detectors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Escort Max 360C. The Escort Max 360C is their top-of-the-line model and my personal favorite. It offers long-range performance, some of the best false alert filtering in the business, thanks to the Max's more advanced digital platform plus directional arrows to help you locate the threat, which is extremely useful in practice. GPS is built in so that as you drive around, the Max 360C can learn the stationary false alerts around town from speed signs and drugstore door openers. As you drive around, it automatically learns those and begins filtering them out for you, so it gets better the more you drive. Escort also has a red light camera and speed camera alerts built in, and they update their database regularly. The arrows on the front of the detector, hence the 360 in the name, point front, side, or rear to indicate where the police officer is, letting you know when you've passed him, or if there's a second officer up ahead after you passed the first one. This is very helpful. As a bonus, when you're connected to the cloud, Escort's detectors can display the current speed limit on the screen right next to your current speed, making it easy to tell if you're speeding and what the speed limit is. It doesn't take into account temporary speed limit drops for school zones or construction zones, and the database only works for major roads, but it's a very helpful feature to have. At number 2. Escort Max 360. Now if you're interested in the Max 360C, but you don't have Wi-Fi in your car, or you don't mind taking the detector home periodically to plug it into your computer for updates, take a look at the original Escort Max 360. The Max 360 offers the same performance and filtering capabilities as the 360C. The main difference is that it doesn't have Wi-Fi built in for automatic updates and instead uses Bluetooth for the cloud integration, as most of Escort's other current detectors. Using Bluetooth and running the Escort Live app on your phone, Android or iOS, the Max 360 can talk to other drivers' radar detectors on the road, sharing alerts with them in real time. It's similar to Waze but automatic and hands-free. Plus you can use your phone to more easily configure and adjust settings on your detector. The Max 360 has arrows to help you locate police officers around you, automatic GPS lockouts to learn where stationary false alerts are located, red light camera and speed camera alerts, and alert sharing capabilities in the cloud. If you don't need the Wi-Fi capabilities or want to save a few bucks off the Max 360C, get the original Max 360. For a lot of drivers, I think this is the best choice. At number 3. Escort IXC. Next, let's take a look at the Escort IXC. This is an upper/mid-tier detector. Like the Max 360C, it features both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi with all the same cloud sharing and automatic updating capabilities. It is Escort's second connected car detector. However, like the Redline EX, it only has one front-facing antenna, so there are no arrows to point to the location of the threat. With the integrated GPS, it also features the same automatic learning of stationary false alerts, low-speed muting to keep it quiet around town, and the red light camera/speed camera alerts. My biggest complaint about the IXC is the way it handles false alerts from nearby vehicles with radar-based collision avoidance systems. Every radar detector will false to some cars with blind spot monitoring systems, some more than others, but the false alerts also sound different too. With the IXC, instead of giving you a weak alert, it likes to scream full tilt, making you think you need to immediately slam on the brakes. This gets old pretty quick and is the biggest reason I'm not a huge fan of this detector. If you don't need the Wi-Fi capabilities, you can consider the original Escort IX, which is being discounted quite a bit before it goes away. At number 4. Escort 8500X50 Black. The Escort 8500X50 Black is a predecessor to the X80. It has been discontinued for quite a while now, but you can still find it on Amazon for much less than Escort's modern detectors, so let's briefly talk about it. Now the 8500X50 shares the same underlying platform as the X80, but there is no Bluetooth built in, it uses an older LED display instead of a newer multicolor OLED. It lacks advanced features like BS/RDR to help improve its performance, and it lacks some of the modern false alert filtering capabilities that you'll really want nowadays. You can shop around and find a discontinued Escort Live power cable with Bluetooth built in to add the GPS functionality like the X80, but at that point, you might as well buy a higher-end detector in the first place. Without GPS, it'd be a tough detector to reasonably run in an urban environment. Plus, without any modern BSM filtering, you're going to get a bunch more false alerts. It is certainly affordable though, so if you're looking for a really inexpensive detector, this detector is one you can consider if you drive in more rural areas, and you don't see a lot of other cars around you, and so your detector won't be dealing with as many false alerts in the first place. At number 5. Escort S55. The Escort S55 is a stripped-down version of the X80 that retails for less than half the price. The X80 itself was already lower-end by Escort standards, so the S55 is just about as basic as you can get in this product line. In fact, its functionality has been slimmed down so far that it doesn't even sell on Escort's website, instead being found on resellers like Amazon and eBay. Here's the thing, neither the X80 nor the S55 are bad radar detectors. But the X80 already relied on your smartphone for some of its most important features, and on an outdated system for the rest of them. The S55 shares and compounds those problems. Specifically, its backing software was developed before blind spot detection became a common safety feature on new cars. Since blind spot detection relies on radar to work, it's increased false positives in urban and suburban areas by a factor of 10. You'll get no signal through all that noise. It's a shame, because the S55 does have a few things going for it. The case feels surprisingly sturdy for how cheap it is, and it's got extraordinary range, catching speed traps miles in advance. However, you'll have to suffer through a lot of false positives along the way.